Okay.
Every family has its black sheep. For me, my uncle drank like a fish. He also ate like a fish. He had flippers and gills like a fish. My uncle was a fish. I was 9 when I figured this out, and I thought I'd take the case to my mother. Mom, I think Uncle Jeff is a fish.
Son, you have a wild imagination.
As I got older, I began noticing other things, like I'd never seen him outside of water, and I'd never heard him speak a word in my entire life. I decided to retry the case with my mother. Mom, I really do think Uncle Jeff is a fish.
Oh, son, after all these years, you still have that sense of humor.
My mother's laughing only made it worse. I decided that maybe I should take the case to my grandpa. Grandpa, after careful observation and many nights' sleep lost, I concluded that Uncle Jeff is a fish.
Well, Tim, looks can be deceiving. I was stationed in the military along the countryside of France. I looked over and saw a tiny city no more than 4 feet high. As I walked toward the city, it seemed to grow and grow. It actually turned out to be a very large city, Paris, France. Dick, I made you some sandwiches. My God, Carol, you've shrunk. Dick, we go through this every day. I didn't shrink, I'm just standing across the room.
Over the next few months, I tried proving to my family that Uncle Jeff was a fish. I compared pictures, I showed them charts and graphs. When I finally caught my uncle on a family fishing trip, I thought I'd won them over. But I hadn't. I decided that if I wanted real answers, I would have to turn to the outside world. Mr. Thomasina?
Look, I don't know who you are, but your voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Oh, Tim, it's you. I thought you were someone else. What do you need?
Mr. Thomasino, I have a problem.
A problem, eh? You want to take it outside?
No, not that type of problem.
I'm sorry. I'm just a bit jumpy. What's this problem?
My uncle is a fish, and every time I try to tell my family, they think I'm crazy.
I know how you feel. I used to think my cousin was a jackal, just because his first name was Jack and his middle name was Al. I was so scared of him every time he'd come over, I'd run and hide.
So you do understand.
Not at all. I just made that story up.
Here's
Jackal!
What? No, it's not.
Let me see. That's a fish. But I can see where one would believe that that isn't Uncle Jeff.
What?
Look, Tim. It's hard being black in America.
I'm not black.
Neither am I. And it's not continually night outside. Man, I should have cleaned these things a long time ago.
Mr. Thomasino.
Tim, high school is a time for finding yourself. And you know what they would do in the colonial days if you couldn't find yourself? Run away to a life at sea. Now I suggest not only running away to a life at sea, but also joining a gang of pirates if possible.
I don't know if it's a chalk dust in the air, but Mr. Thomasino was making a lot of sense. Thanks, Mr. Thomasino. I've got to go.
You're welcome. Wait, Tim, you know that part where I said you should run away to a sea and join a gang of pirates? Well, what I meant is that you shouldn't do that. Whatever.
I immediately left after school to begin my venture. I headed out east to sail the 7 seas, where men were men and fish were fish, and not vice versa.
Arg, matey! Why don't you join us at sea for some good old-fashioned pirating? Come on, it'll be fun. The first mates and us are going to study the evolution of canaries. What?
That sounds good.
Come aboard, lad. We shove off in 15 minutes. Yar, get down below. But you said I could come up whenever we reach the shore. Yar, whatever.
Who's that?
That be our pet fish. I am not a fish. My name is Jeff.
It hit me that Jeff was a spitting image of Grandpa. Well, except for the fact that he had gray hair and he had a beard. Come to think of it, Jeff looked more like Abraham Lincoln than my grandpa. Did you say your name was Jeff?
Yes. I was accidentally switched for a fish by the pirates at the airport when I was a teenager. Ever since then, these pirates are convinced that I am their pet fish.
I received to tell Jeff the entire story, but I've been through. I explained to him I needed to bring him home to prove to my parents that he was a fish.
And that's what I have to do. I have to go home and prove to everyone that I am the real Jeff. Only problem is these pirates won't let me off this ship.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
What's this elaborate plan?
Well, first we run off the ship to the docks, then we run off the docks, and then we run away.
What a crappy plan! I know black people Blackbeard, and our only hope is using reverse psychology. Blackbeard, I command you to let us leave this ship. Arg! No one tells Blackbeard what to do. I command you to leave this ship. What? Where have you been?
Listen, everyone, I have an announcement to make. This is our real Uncle Jeff. Grandma and Grandpa accidentally stripped him out of the fish at the airport 18 years ago. I told you that fish was our uncle. I knew it.
Tim, that's not your Uncle Jeff. That man looks more like Abraham Lincoln. Actually, there is no Uncle Jeff. We just made it up as a joke when you were born. But the important thing is that you are not a child any longer. This whole incident in your life has proven to us that you're a man. Congratulations, I'm proud of you.
Is this true?
You're a man now, son. Congratulations.
But Dad...
Well, what about me?